Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candremina every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with your friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Today, author and motivational speaker Mayur Kalbag is back with us for another interesting session on the powers of the Rudraksha beads and the Shaligram stone. Welcome, Mayur.
Yeah. Hi. Namaskar and hello to all of you, all the viewers once again. Feels good
Yeah,
to be back. Thanks for
yes.
having me, Veena.
It's always nice to have you back, Mayur, because a lot of the experience that you share is, see, it sort of makes people charged and also, want to experience something similar. So your books, I mean, your book has already arrived, you know, and my husband is reading it, so I need to get my hands on it the moment he finishes it. And he says it's a fantastic book. So,
Thank you.
I wish you all the best because I'm sure this is going to be, bought by many. Even our
I
viewers
hope
have
so.
also bought it.
There are people who just have seen the cover of the book, the face, and they felt like buying because this face depicts not just the typical perception about how an Agori looks. If you look at it, there's so much of Karuna, and that's
Absolutely.
how they are as well. Once a person asked me, does an Agori cry?
Yeah.
And I said to him, because I've had my times with them. I said that they're also human. They also have emotions. They
Yeah.
channel it towards, getting close to Shiva. But anyway,
Yeah.
so yes, I'm
So
looking
what I
forward to
liked
this
is,
lovely.
yeah, what I liked is that, see, I had bought the book for myself and I couldn't get hold of it. And Ned was telling me that, see, he took it as just very casually and he thought that, okay, it's a book written by someone. Then, as he
Hmm.
started reading it, he said, Mira, each page is so, some shocking and, interesting that I'm taking it very slow. I said, read it fast because I also want to read it, you know. So I'm sure
There is there is
the,
there's one instance I should tell you. I was speaking
yeah,
to a friend who was reading it.
yeah,
She said that she could literally visualize. There's this particular kriya where there's something called a jal kriya where
yeah,
the agori goes beneath
water,
the water with the
yeah,
flames
yeah,
on his
yeah.
different energy centers. And there's one shwasroki kida. Shwasroki is actually the kida that stops the breath. And she says, Mayur, I mean, I'm a student of biology. This really is very interesting. So I said there are so many
Yeah,
organisms
yeah,
and animals which probably we will never come across. It'll take years. So
yeah,
anyway, so that's about the excitement of the book. Yeah.
yeah. Karthik says you look very different without the beard.
Sometimes I get bored of myself the way I look. So I thought this is something I can control, isn't it, Karthik? Sometimes I can grow it, a stubble, a
Yeah,
beard. यहाँ पे
yeah.
थोड़ा कम हो रहा है तो यहाँ पे उगा रहा हूँ.
Okay. So, Mayur, let's speak about the mystic powers of Rudraksha breeds, and also you said you had an experience with the Shaligram stone as well.
Yeah,
So, tell us what is
yeah.
it that you know uh, your own experience? How did you discover the mystical powers of this bead?
So let me at the outset be very clear, Amina, and to all my viewers, all our viewers as such, that I am really not somebody who's you know who studied it in a technical way. Today, if you go to Google, you can get a lot of stuff which is content about the different types of Rudrakshas. Even right now, as you're watching me speak, you can just Google it and you'll probably know more than I do. But then what I can share is an experience which you may not have had, all right,
Yeah,
as a sadhaka. So I just want to, make it very clear from my heart that what I'll share is going to be what I've experienced a little bit, but then it has really brought change into my life. So let me start by saying that a Rudraksha is like this. The way I've seen a Rudraksha, I'll show you how it is. Okay. So let me give you an idea. I'm just using this part of the book.
yeah,
Okay. So give me a second. At the moment, you're just seeing me do something, but I'm not able to show it to you right now because of the angle of the book.
Yeah.
But I'll show you what I'm trying to say in terms of my first experience of Rudraksha. And just a second, I'm showing this sketch. Just a second.
Yeah.
So if you can see, this is my first. This is the first. Yeah, this is the first time I saw Rudraksha. It's at the back of. It was, when they wore it, the size. If you can just do the proportioning. Um,
Oh, I think your
you can hear me.
I think your
I'm
yeah,
back.
your voice is clear. Only your face is
Yeah.
frozen.
Okay. I can see myself moving, but
Yeah.
maybe it's
Okay.
the data. So to all the viewers, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
this is a new normal where the internet plays a little bit. So I'm actually on mobile data because the Wi-Fi
Okay.
is giving me. Am I back now?
No, still.
Okay. So, anyways, Meena, could you see when I showed that picture of the sketch I made?
No, no, no.
Okay. Maybe if I'm, sometimes
Perhaps
when
you
I
could just
speak
rejoin,
about the Rudra,
or can
yeah,
you
I can do
rejoin?
that. In the meantime, you
Yeah.
can just, yeah, I can do that. I can do
Yeah.
that. Just sorry for that, but I'll just rejoin.
No, no, it's okay.
In the meantime, you can just take care. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, friends, before he rejoins, let me just tell you a few things about, the Rudraksha. See, often it's said that when you wear a Rudraksha, it shows that you've become a conscious human being, and that it is Lord Shiva's blessings. That when you wear the good, Rudraksha, you get good health, self empowerment, and self realization. You know, and it's said that see, it originated from the tears of Lord Shiva. You know, and it's one of the direct manifestations of the Supreme Lord, the Lord Shiva, in the form of Om. Yeah. Yes, Mayur.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
back.
I sound more like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm back. But with the internet, I could be gone. So to the viewers, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah.
No, no,
But
that's fine.
it gave me some. Yeah, so please understand this is a new normal. I conduct my workshops online. I stopped doing that a year back
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I just have no control. Anyway, just to come back, this is what I was trying to show.
yeah,
If you see, this is
yeah,
the first glimpse of me as a kid when I was seeing a yogi. It was
yeah,
from the backside, the
yeah.
Rudraksh.
Mhm.
Now, to answer your question again, it will be not right for me to give you a very elongated answer. But
Yeah,
Meena, what I have understood is that technically, or just as a simple answer, Rudraksha, without any stories related to Shiva and stuff, it's it's a tree, a Rudraksha tree, which is found not only in the Himalayas, it is also found in Nepal, in certain eastern countries of India, including, you'll be surprised to know, and this is an interesting thing. I was in Fiji Islands, which
okay.
is very, very, very far away from India. It is
Yeah,
closer to Australia and New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Small
Yes.
little, dots, if you look
Yeah,
at the map. There, I was living in a place called Suva, which is the capital of Fiji, and I was conducting workshops on leadership, etc., etc. Those
yeah,
workshops. One of my Indian friends, as in friends from India working there, he said, "Hey, you know what? The place where you go for a walk, that big stadium, there is a
yeah.
huge Rudraksha tree." So he took me there. He took me there in Fiji, in Suva, and luckily I was in a season where all those beads were falling off, the Rudraksha
Yeah.
beads. I collected almost 50, 55 Rudraksha beads from there
Uh,
in Fiji.
and
So first
what
and
color were
foremost,
they?
sorry,
What color were they?
they were all in shades of dark to light brown.
Oh, okay.
You know, um, so what I'm saying is, it is that way something that falls off a tree, and it is a Rudraksha bead. But
Yeah,
why is it worn by the yogis? Why is it associated with Shiva? So what I've understood is that these are, and please, this is my whatever little that I've interacted with certain enlightened people or I've read, is that Rudraksha could be born as a seed, but it has certain properties which allows itself to absorb energies, very positive energies. When worn and adorned, that too. sensibly or with the guidance of a guru,
Mhm.
um, it can help the person who's wearing it to
Yeah.
feel, or rather, to imbibe the strength and the vibrations of the Rudraksha within him or her. So it is said, Meena, that uh, different types of Rudrakshas have different effects on us. For example, now from my experience, I'll tell you. When I initially started my career in training and development, and I used to quite regularly go to my Chitrapur Mutt to take blessings or seek blessings of my Guru Swami Satyojata Shankarasham. Especially, I was not married, so I had more time to go. There were no responsibilities, so I would
Yeah.
just sit in the bus and travel from Mumbai to Shirali to Chitrapur. One occasion, I remember my Guru called me, and he would normally call me, and we would just talk about how's it going, etc. How's my japa going? On one such occasion, he called me in the evening after the Deep Namaskar, which is the evening artis that happen in a mutt, and he blessed me with a Rudraksha. Okay, and it is. I'll show you the Rudraksha that I was blessed with. So this is the Rudraksha that my Guru blessed me with. Yeah, you can see it. Okay,
Beautiful.
here it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, interestingly, this Rudraksha was blessed by my Guru, and I'm really, what can I say? It's more than being grateful. It's a blessing of who I consider my God. It was a Saptamukhi Rudraksha,
Yeah.
not a Panchamukhi.
Yeah.
Okay, Saptamukhi, seven.
Yeah.
So there are seven, it's, those carvings on that, cuts on that. Now, what it signifies, or why is a Saptamukhi important, is because it is said that it helps in business. It helps in the flourishing of a person who wants to grow in the career. Now,
Yeah.
I don't mean that as a commercial thing. It is not that you
Yeah.
wear a Saptamukhi, suddenly you
Yeah.
start making a lot of money. It influences the mind probably in the way where you transact better,
Yeah.
you assimilate better, you articulate better, you
Yeah.
conceptualize better. So Rudrakshas are very deep as such. So the most common one is Panchamukhi, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Panchamukhi Rudraksha, which
Yeah.
which interestingly I don't have. Somehow I had it. Like for example, these are Panchamukhis. I mean, I do have, but
Yeah.
it's in the form of a mala. If you can
Uh-huh.
see, Meena,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is a Panchamukhi
Yeah.
Rudraksh. Okay, and so I could either wear it, okay, or it is also used to for people who are chanting their japa.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is used for that.
Yeah.
So now I have my Rudraksha, which was blessed by my guru to do japa, which I have to keep it private to myself. It is not to be shown to everybody. But that Rudraksha mala that I use to chant, it
Mm.
is half the size of this one. It's
Okay.
a small one, and it is used. A smaller one is used so that you finish it quickly, so you can do
Yeah.
more malas.
Yeah.
So these are the aspects I just thought I'll open up with in terms
Yeah.
of what a Rudraksh is. And I
Mm.
go with a very, very simple understanding that it also depends upon your belief in it. So when you
Yeah.
wear it with the belief that it has those energies which will influence to think in a way which is positive, fruitful for you,
Mm.
spiritually, personally, professionally, then you wear it, but with the guidance and the permission of the guru, is what I
Yeah.
understand. Not to suddenly go and say, hey, I've heard this Ekmukhi is very powerful. Chalo, let me buy it.
Yeah.
Today, everything is available on internet sites. You know
Yeah.
that, Meena, right? It's
Yeah.
easy. But I always believe from my own learning that Rudrakshas are powerful in different degrees, in different ways. Always good to be, you seek the permission and the guidance of somebody who is an expert or your spiritual guru. And then
Yeah.
you go for Rudraksha.
Is it true,
Yeah.
Mayur, that see when you if you place the Rudraksh on your in between your eyebrows, where the third eye is, you feel a sense of some sort of a current, and you feel very calm. Is there something like that?
What I understand is that there are these Rudrakshas have these these very strong vibrations in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it is not that anybody and everybody can just put it here and feel it, Meena.
Yeah.
uh, our spiritual sensitivities also need to be at a level where they can
Yes.
catch it. Okay, so is my answer to your question yes or no? It is subjective. So if suppose I say yes, it is, and then somebody says, "Chalo, yeah, I
Doesn't
kept
feel
it
it.
here."
Yeah.
So, for example, so it doesn't work because you need to spiritually also enhance your level to a point where you are also able to connect.
Yeah.
So, for example, when I went to Manasarovar and
Yeah.
Kailash, my guru would always say, keep doing your japa to all of us. Keep doing your japa. Are you doing your japa? Because then it enhances the vibrations within, which will help you to probably feel the vibrations around you as well.
Yeah.
So it has to be a match, Meena. So the answer is yes, because there is the Agnya chakra out here. So that does get influenced, if I can put it
Yeah.
that way. But then
Yes.
we too have to do our own efforts.
Yeah.
Not like just put it and then you feel that it's not some headache. You have a headache, so put a lovely iodex or whatever the balm, not iodex, and then it goes away. It isn't that easy as that.
Yeah. Why I asked you, Mayur, is because many researchers say they have confirmed that the Rudraksh has a divine power and it possesses powerful electromagnetic, paramagnetic, and inductive properties that have several health benefits.
Yeah. So health at what levels, Meena?
Yeah.
Health at screen again frozen. Can you see me or is it
Yeah,
still
yeah, it's
frozen?
frozen, but we can hear you, so it's fine. You come back.
Okay.
You
Okay.
return every few
Okay.
minutes. That's how it's happening.
Okay, okay, okay. So to our dear friends who are messaging that, please use your power of visualization and visualize me speaking as you listen to me.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll be as more intonated in my voice so that it
mm,
can help you to really create an image of
yeah,
me speaking. So uh, so there are these electromagnetic waves. There are these vibrations, energies which are very intrinsic to the Rudraksha.
yeah,
Not only Rudraksha, different stones. I know of
yeah,
a friend who was told she got hold actually of a particular
yeah,
stone, which is
yeah,
supposedly not only is not from Earth.
yeah,
It's a meteorite, and
yeah,
it is said that like she was saying, sorry, that she used to have some paranormal experiences, and I'm talking about a person who's a very educated person,
yeah.
and she wasn't wacko or something. She said she used to have, for whatever reason, something had happened to her.
Huh.
After she brought that stone, the
Yeah,
vibrations of that would literally dispel those energies. Similarly, Rudrakshas have certain energies and waves, which, if you are at a level to, connect with, they
yeah,
do have effects on not only physical but mainly
yeah,
mental health.
yeah,
But having said that, I need to tell you one more thing, Meena.
mm,
It is wise to wear a Rudraksha only under the guidance or the
the
teaching
guru.
of somebody who knows,
Yeah,
because just like there are people who will just do some yoga and try to awaken kundalini shaktis, and sometimes they go bonkers
yeah,
because you need to really have a guru who will guide you. Similarly,
yes, yes.
now they say that it is you got to be careful before wearing an ekmukhi rudraksh.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
you just can't just wear it. There are two types of ekmukhi. Can you see me now, or am I still frozen?
No, you're still frozen, but your voice is very clear.
Okay, so maybe there's something I wanted to show you. Maybe I'll show it to you later,
Yeah,
hopefully when
yeah,
I come back.
yeah.
Um, so let me say this, Meena, that there are different types of rudrakshas,
Mm,
right?
mm, mm.
One of the most powerful rudrakshas is supposed to be the
You're back
ekmukhi
now, so it's
rudraksh,
okay.
and there are
Yeah,
two. Okay, so this is the ekmukhi rudraksh. Okay, this is the ekmukhi rudraksh, which is in the form of a badam. You know, like, what do you call a badam? Yeah, it's like this,
an almond.
ekmukhi. An almond, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks. Help me out
yeah,
on that. Almond.
yeah.
It's an almond shape, but
Okay.
there is also an
The only
ekmukhi
thing is
rudraksh,
again
which
you
is
froze.
like,
Yeah.
Are Bapre. I think I've been watching the movie Frozen a lot. I don't know, or maybe the door of my refrigerator is open so much that I keep freezing. Um, but anyway, if you can, you can. All the people are watching, and Meena, maybe this can be one of the rarest sessions where it becomes a podcast, and also where you see and where you listen as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So so anyway,
yeah,
I just continue with my flow.
yeah,
So egg mukhi is supposed to be very powerful, and we have to be cautious before just wearing it.
yeah,
Um, Also, the vibrations of an ekmukhi, for example, are such where if you can't handle it, it can change your mental well-being as well.
Yeah.
So now the ekmukhi that I have has been blessed. So
Mhm.
when I wear it, in fact, I'm not even wearing it now. So when I
Yeah.
wear it, it has to be with the permission of the enlightened one. Otherwise, you
Okay.
just can't wear it, and it can sort of make you think in ways which will surprise you.
Yeah. But here,
You want me to join back or
Mayur,
something?
yeah, just
Yeah,
a question here. See,
yeah.
what's the difference when you wear one Rudraksh or a mala full of Rudraksh?
Uh, Now, typically, what I
Okay, you're back.
understand and I've seen is okay. What I've seen and understand is that a mala. This is what I keep saying my understanding because maybe people have their own variations. A mala is made up of panchamukhi
Yeah,
rudrakshas. Okay, panchamukhi. They are the most docile rudrakshas in the sense
yeah,
they are they're the most manageable. They have the most manageable vibrations.
yeah.
So if somebody says I want a rudraksha mala, typically as a blessing you'll get a panchamukhi.
Okay,
Panchamukhi is the darling rudraksha.
okay.
It's for general well-being. That's
Yeah,
why when
yeah,
you wear it as a
yeah,
mala, the collective vibrations are very positive. Okay,
yeah,
the collective
yeah,
vibrations. Now, if you wear other
yeah. Could you
rudrakshas as a
show us the
mala, which
could
I've
you
never
show us
seen,
the almond shaped one?
yeah,
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, yes, clear.
I
Yeah,
have to be, yeah.
yeah, it's quite
Can you
clear.
see it?
Yeah,
Yeah, and this is the saptamukhi actually, which was
oh,
blessed by my guru.
okay, okay.
Saptamukhi, which is a normal one. See, you can
Yeah.
see the engraving, the
You
cuts.
know,
There are seven,
yeah,
but I can't.
Mayur,
Yeah.
yeah. See, my husband's grandmother, you know, used
Uh
to
huh.
pray, do japa, on one of these malas. And what's happened is, over the years, because she's been doing it continuously, it's become very soft, you know, and it's something my husband cherishes and even puts on now, you know.
Uh huh.
Yeah, it become very soft,
It's become
like
soft.
smooth,
Soft.
smooth, smooth. I mean, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So I believe that see, after all, we have to understand that it is
mm,
still a physical thing, isn't it?
yes, yes,
Right?
yeah,
And there is an abrasion. In fact, uh, Shaligrama itself
yeah,
is a result of abrasions over
yeah,
thousands of years.
mhm,
So when when a rudraksha keeps getting used or touched over a period
yes,
of years and years and years, it
yeah,
does become a little softer. But I know of an instance. So we all need to be very careful about the fake and the genuine as well. Okay.
yeah.
Um, so one of the things is if you keep like my uncle went to Rishikesh. He presumably thought like he bought this uh, ekmukhi
Yeah.
rudraksh because
Mhm.
I had got it. So he was very excited. He said, "I also got it and I want to check it out." So I put it in the water for some time, and after so I told him, "Let me check." And then after some time, when I pulled it out, with my hands, it had become like soap. It had become soft. So that softness. Can you see me, Pina?
No, frozen again. Yeah.
Okay. So what we will do is, in case I'm able to join in with my Wi-Fi, I'll do that a little later. But let me answer
Okay.
this question so
Okay.
that when I take a break and come back in the meantime, you can probably, just engage with
Yeah.
the visitors, with the
Yes.
viewers. I would just want to say that sometimes these fake ones look very genuine,
Yeah.
but it but looks can be very deceptive. So we have to be
So,
very careful.
Maya is
And
asking
yeah,
here: is it necessary to
yeah,
encase the Rudraksha within a gold topping to string it on a chain?
not necessary.
Okay.
Not necessary. In fact, a lot of yogis don't even wear uh, they cover it up with gold and silver or
Mm.
whatever they do. So this is more for because gold itself is very powerful, right? It's very
Yeah.
positive. It also has its own radiations, or
Yes.
it has its own energies, if I can put it that way. So, and we are living in the world, so typically it'll have that because it's a chain, no? So
Yeah.
then uska gold chain banate. Frankly
Yeah.
speaking, honestly, I want to change that gold chain into a silk thread and wear it
Okay.
as a chain. So I'm waiting for that. But there's nothing wrong in putting a gold cap to it. It doesn't affect the power of the Rudraksha.
Yeah. 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 They also say, Mayur,
Would,
that it acts like a body scanner in the sense that if you keep a Rudraksh anywhere where your body is paining, any part of your body that's paining, you will find a slight vibration. if you keep the Rudraksh there?
Well, I am honestly not aware of this. I know for one thing. See, for me, Meena, what I've experienced is
Yeah,
wearing an egg. I used to wear the egg bouquet, right? I still wear it, but I'm just waiting to put the silk thread.
yeah.
It does, it does, and it has influenced me in the way I think. Rudra,
Mm,
right? We talk about Rudra Bhisheka. Rudra
yeah,
is the metaphor for a lot of channeled aggression,
yeah, yeah,
a lot of super confidence and courage. So, what I can say is this, that it has effects on the body, but I myself experience um, in the way
mentally.
I emote, in the way I feel, my
Yeah,
confidence level,
mm,
my ability to express with conviction,
yeah,
um, my oratory skills have been influenced by wearing the Ekmukhi as well as I wear the Saptamukhi Rudrakshas.
yeah,
So, which matters a lot, right? I mean,
yeah,
at a mental level, it influences us. It has influenced me a lot. See, Meena, I said I'm going to talk about what I have experienced as much
yeah,
as
exactly.
possible. Um,
But
and what I've heard,
Mayur,
it has
is it
healing. It
important?
has healing powers.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
is it important that you wear it as a bracelet or a a necklace or as a just a single pendant?
See, there are two things. One is you wear it, or rather, one wears it because it looks like a bracelet or a pendant. It looks like interesting,
Yeah,
intriguing.
yeah,
Like people will say, "Oh wow!" So I have seen, so which is okay, which is okay. My point is this: that if you wear it, please wear it not only for the outer reasons of it,
yeah.
that it for not don't wear it for the optics of it.
Yes, yes.
Like somebody says, "Oh wow, this chain looks awesome, man."
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, that is okay. That's a side
yeah.
effect of it.
It is for
What
yourself.
actually it is for yourself, and there are different effects of different rudrakshas.
Yes.
So don't wear an an ekmukhi because it looks different. It is
Yeah,
different, but it has different powers.
yeah,
So wear it for yourself to influence your mind and your body, and to see the effects of the rudraksha on you. And then if it looks good,
yeah,
well, it's an icing on the cake.
yeah. What Maya is asking is, how do you recognize a genuine Rudraksh?
Okay, there are two ways. One is there are certain typical tests which you do, like you put it in the glass of water. If it sinks, it's good. If it floats, you got to be careful. I don't know about that, to be honest. I don't know
Yeah,
about that. I've tried that. What I know is one thing, and I go by that. And I please request all of us to, because I'm here on the show, I'm just sharing as a friend, is the only genuine rudraksha is the one that is blessed
by the
by
Guru.
somebody to you. Yeah. It could be somebody who you trust. It
Yeah,
could be somebody who himself or herself is a sadhaka or a sadhika, and and therefore has come. So can I give you maybe I've said that in the last session, but this is specifically on Rudraksha.
please, please.
So firstly, am I still frozen or am I in
No, no,
movement
no. We
now?
can see you. We can see
Okay. All right. I'm going to have a very strong discussion with my computer after this session.
you.
I'm going to I'm going
The
to
moment
wear
you
10
ask that,
rudrakshas,
you
and
get frozen.
so I'm going to be very, in fact, the ulta. I'll be very apologetic. Baba, please don't do that next time. Anyway, let me just say this to you.
Yeah,
um, what was I saying? Where was I?
yeah,
When I bring the laptop, I just go to.
yeah.
Um, I don't know where I was, what I was
You
speaking
were
about
talking about
in terms of
how
the
genuine
specific
it is.
context.
Yeah,
Yes. So I was trying to tell you an incident which happened. One person, uh, she contacted me, and she wanted to tell me that the podcast that she saw with me and Ranveer on the Beer Biceps on Kailash, she was extremely, touched by that because she's in Pune, and she's also a very, what should I say, ardent sadhaka of a different school of yoga. I said, okay, let's meet, because she really wanted to. And I felt that she has those very genuine vibes. So I took a print of my painting, and I
yeah.
said, I'm going to gift it to you as a token of my respect. After we finished our coffee, I gifted that to her. And she actually, she had this box, okay. And she said, this is something that I wanted to give you. So when you look at this box, it looks almost like some, you get these mints which you eat
Yeah,
in those
yeah, yeah,
boxes. Yeah. So I thought she's pulling a fast one by telling, she's like, giving me mints
yeah,
after having a cup of coffee. So it was a little hilarious
yeah,
internally, like, why is she giving me this?
yeah,
But obviously it wasn't, right? So she said,
yeah,
so I said, what is this?
yeah.
Chota sa box, small little thing. So then she said, open it. And she said, don't ask me anything. Your guru will tell you who has given it to me. So it was all in codes, and then I opened it. So I'll tell you how I'll enact it, so you know. Let me show. Okay. So it was like this, okay, and then so I opened it, and when I opened it, it was a Rudraksh,
Oh,
okay, and it was it was not it's a very unique Rudraksh. Can you see this?
oh, yeah, yeah,
It's sorry,
yeah. Yes,
it's called a
beautiful
Gauri
one.
Shankar Rudraksh.
Mm.
It's a Gauri Shankar Rudraksh,
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and
You could explain that.
yeah, and I was quite surprised because I've just met this person for the first time, and so I said, wow. I mean, I was like, genuinely, I mean, come on, yeah, Gauri Shankar Rudraksh. And it is something that she was blessed with. So that's why it's got that gold thing, and because it was already something that she was using. So
Yeah.
I said, why are you doing this? I mean, come on, yeah, please. I mean, I was really dumbfounded by that. And she said, listen, I just felt like giving it to you because I just felt there's something spiritual about you, etc., etc. And I said, okay, I take it as a blessing. So I said, where did you get this from? Because these are not things you just buy, right?
Mm.
So she said, I can't tell you now. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Your guru will tell you. Even when I went back home, I was, on WhatsApp. I said, why? Why me? Why? And I said, I'm not going to wear it. Even now, I'm not wearing it because still my guru blesses it or tells me whether should I or not. I cannot.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that opportunity whenever I get. Till then, I'm not going to wear it. I told her.
There's a
So
question,
she said, your guru will tell you.
Mayur.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiran is asking, can Mayurji say what a 10 mukhi Rudraksha is, please?
Listen, there are 21 mukhis of Rudraksha. So I can only talk about the ones I have, Kiran. I think, can I say something?
Yeah,
I could always go to Google and check it out and tell you, but I'm not going to do that for you.
yeah,
I can tell you Saptamukhi, Panchamukhi, Ekmukhi, Gauri Shankar because those are the ones that I have. Uh, Intellectually, I can tell you that one thing. Remember that whatever the number of mukhi, the stripes to that, the cuts to that, they all emanate a lot of positive energy. The only thing is the energies vary. The electromagnetic waves or the I call them the energies. They vary in different degrees. So somebody asked me, not now, sometime back, hey, I've got a 15 Mukhi Rudraksh. So I said, good, maybe is it like, are you now keen on going for a 16 one? So it's not that way, it's so a 10 Mukhi will have its own strength. But I'm here to talk about the ones that sort of I've
yeah.
been wearing or have. So just to continue with this, I asked her later that can you please tell me because I don't know when I'm going to meet my guru because only when my guru wants to then I'll get the chance and I'm not going to make a
I think we've just lost connection with him. I'll ask him to rejoin.
Am I back?
Oh, yes, you're back. Yeah,
Hello?
you're back. Yeah, you're back.
Hello?
Yes, yes, you're
Am
back.
I back?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
back.
sorry. This is yeah. That's life. So
Yeah,
so when I asked her, please can you tell me? And she said, so I said, okay, don't tell me. I'll just say three options, and you can tell me which one. So I said maybe it is that teacher of hers who's a very enlightened teacher. I know. I
yeah,
won't put
yeah,
the name here. Second, an ancient yogi. Third, some formless alien.
yeah.
And she said it's the middle one. And it turns out that this Gauri Shankar was blessed to her by none other than Mahavatar Babaji
Oh,
and Mahavatar Babaji. And My next thing was
So how
why.
old is she? How old is she?
Uh, sh- she is around 50, 52 or 53.
Okay. She met Baba
So that's
Babaji.
so I have, yeah. So she obviously, there has been some connect, but I'm still not able to gear up
Yeah,
to asking her how, because she was
yeah,
already reluctant to tell me it was him.
yeah,
That's why I'm
yeah,
not putting any names here. I'm not putting
mm,
any names here
yeah, yeah,
because she was not keen to even tell me it was Mahaprabhu Babaji. But then
yeah,
maybe she understood that, because for me it's more motivational, isn't it? So this
yeah.
is how sometimes a Rudraksha becomes part of your life. Coming to
Yes.
the point, when that happens, and there is a very, I have to tell you this, Meena, because this is very specific to Rudraksha. There is a very distinct fragrance to this, which is not even there for these Rudrakshas.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not
Okay.
there. This has something distinct, very distinct.
Mm,
And I just take it as a blessing. I
mm,
don't know what. I'm not asking questions.
mm.
And I'm not going to push anybody in terms of how did you, because that's not right. It's
Yeah,
come from her. I'm going to take it as a blessing, put it at my guru's feet, and see
yeah,
what my guru says. My point is, sometimes such things become the best way to know
yeah,
whether they're genuine or fake.
yeah. Mayur, see, sometime back when I was with my Guruji, see, earlier when I was in Dubai, I've been in Dubai for a long time, and I used to get terrible nightmares, and perhaps because of the stress of working as an editor. And then when I asked Swamiji, see, it's very difficult for me, like these nightmares come very often. So what he did was, he presented me with a silver bracelet, and he said, "You wear this, and."
Hmm.
From now on you won't see any such dreams you know and you won't believe it, Mayur. Since then I haven't had even one bad dream. Okay, but
Wow.
they say the same thing of the Rudraksh. They say that, see, it keeps evil factors away, and people, when they wear it, any negative force is kept away from the person.
Absolutely. Om Aim Hreem Shreem Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Aing Hreem Shreem Gurubhyo Namaha. So these are Bij Aksharas.
Yes.
Okay. I've been blessed with my Guru, Swami Satyojat Shankarashram. I don't need a Rudraksha. Honest to God, I don't need anything.
Yeah.
My Guru is there. He's million times. He's my Shiva,
Strong.
and that's what I. Yeah, yeah. So when I practice my japa, coming
Mm.
to your point, is there are stones, um, there are mantras, there are yogic exercises, hatha yoga exercises, and there are rudrakshas, which have that that typically the word is power. I call them, they have those strong vibrations which radiate and they
Yes.
dispel negativity.
Mm. Yeah.
So let me say this. I have three or four friends, no names. They've been almost pleasantly plagued by spirits. Both of them did a mistake of playing with the Ouija board
Yeah.
years ago, and they got stuck. They have a spirit stuck to them.
Yeah.
One, I've told, please go and seek blessings of the Guru.
Yeah.
Nothing. So and hopefully, the other person is still finding it difficult, and both are not even in India. And this, so why I'm saying this is, if these people would practice the vibrations in different ways. One is the mantra vibration, right? Now, what I said, Om Aing Hreem Shreem Gurubhyo Namaha, and you can even elevate the pitch like
Yeah.
Om Aing Hreem Shreem Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Aing Hreem Shreem. So the pitch increases, it becomes more stronger and stronger. If you go to
Okay.
temples, especially in
Okay.
the south, you'll see these people chanting. So my point
Mm.
is, Rudrakshas have similar effects, Meena. When you wear the Rudraksha, it not only puts the vibrations within you. Remember, it's not just that you don't see it. It's that happens because the vibrations that are created by the Rudraksha. But
Yeah.
internally, why your guru would have, when your guru blessed you with a silver bracelet, it was already infused with his vibrations, is what I
Yes.
believe. Okay, and
Mm.
therefore nothing can come close. That's why I never had. paranormal experiences. Sometimes I crave for it. I'm not joking. I'm a little crazy. So in the night, I feel something should knock because these energies can't. They cannot make themselves seen in a form unless they're very strong, like poltergeists. But sometimes you can feel a knock, some door going, but nothing happens because when my guru is only here, they have absolutely no strength in front of of me or anybody who practices this.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. Okay,
Yeah.
so Rudrakshas have that strength, just like the silver bracelet. In
Yeah.
fact, Meena, a guru can infuse in a Rudraksh his vibrations into it.
Yeah.
I've seen that happening.
Also, does it also help to, sort of, if there are any blockages in the chakra, does it help to sort of release them?
What I know is yes, it does, but again, it is like you have to go to the doctor to get it done. It's like I have a dental cavity. I know technically by watching a YouTube video I can do something, but I'm not Tom Hanks lost on an island who does that, right? If you've seen
Yeah.
that movie,
Yeah.
Castaway.
Yeah.
So some things you have to leave it. Some things you have to leave it to the higher one to get it done. Just like awakening of the chakras is best done when it is done by a guru.
Yeah.
Similarly, opening the blocks is done.
Mm.
I mean, simple, yeah. If you have a heart block, God forbid, you go to the
Yes.
doctor, right? You have an angioplasty. So this is the Rudraplasty, I guess, where through the Rudrakshas you can unblock your energy centers. Remember one thing, Meena. What Rudrakshas do if you wear it under the guidance of the Guru is it unblocks your mental faculties.
Yeah.
It unblocks your fears and makes you
Mm.
fearless in a very positive way.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the Shaligram. Tell us your experience
Yeah.
about the Shaligram.
Okay. So Rudrakshas is something that I'm very sort of excited about. Shaligram happened to me. It was never a sort of a formal thing or a structured way in which I went or I saw something like a Shaligram. I said I didn't know much about it. This is 2001, but I have to remind myself and share it with you that when I was a kid, in my apartment, there was this uncle who used to always say that, "Oh, I have to go back home because I have to do the puja. I cannot miss it. I cannot miss it." And it used to be and he used to keep coming down to meet my dad and his friend, my uncle, evening times. He would say that I have to go 7 o'clock, early morning. Then I realized that he had to do that. But because I think one conversation happened, I think I asked my dad and he was there and he said, I do Shaligram Puja, yaar. वो करना ही पड़ता है. Like I have Shaligram means you cannot. He said you cannot stop the puja even one day. He said
Yeah.
that. He said when I'm traveling, I carry it with me. This
Yeah.
is the first time I realized there's something called Shaligram, which looks like a stone, but it is something very different. Now comes 2001. I am waiting at the banks or on the banks of river Brahmaputra. And this is on our way, after we cross the Brahmaputra, on our way towards Manasarovar.
Yeah.
We're waiting, and because there were 89 people of us, along with my guru. So some of us were waiting, some of us had gone to the other side. I also went to the other side, but we were waiting for the entire group to come, and join us. In the meantime, like I would typically do as a kid, and all of us have done it, I think, as kids, walk around, search for rocks. Remember, we used to do that? I don't know, Meena, you done that? Like search for these, maybe some rocks, or on the beach, we would search
Yeah.
for some very attractive shells.
Yeah.
So this time I was like just looking out for rocks, looking out for shells, and I was just waiting for my guru to come.
Yeah. Friends, we'll just wait for him to rejoin. So,
Okay.
meanwhile, a little bit about the Shaligram is that these are highly valued dark stones that are found in places like Nepal. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah. So I was not too far away from Nepal. Okay. Uh, so I was just walking along the banks of the stream or the river, and I was told by those Sherpas and all, that don't
Yeah,
please uh, fall for the fall for the current of Brahmaputra. In the sense, it looks very simple, but it's extremely strong. I was walking by, and I noticed this something. I was just standing there and looking around, searching, and I noticed something that was very shining, black
yeah. Oh,
and shining. And that's when I felt like, should I put my hand in the water? Because it
yeah,
was just a few inches
yeah,
deep in the water. I reminded myself that, Baba, I cannot take a risk. So I went, brought another stone or something, and I tried to pluck it out.
yeah.
Can you see me?
Yes, yes, I can see. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
It's just that you
So I
freeze in between.
managed.
Don't worry. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So I was trying to pluck it out, and I plucked the stone out. Initially, I thought it was so small. Later, when I pulled it out, and my hands were cold, right? But it was not too deep. It was so big, literally so big,
Oh,
and it
oh,
was
oh.
almost like in a triangular shaped.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a triangular shaped stone.
yeah,
It was super smooth.
yeah,
It was super smooth,
yeah,
very smooth, but it had a line.
yeah.
If this was a stone, it had a line like this.
Okay.
And I don't have that Shaligram because that's the story, interesting one.
Yeah,
So I found it. It was, and I thought my job's done. I got something rare, something amazing because it was super black, like a Shivlinga color.
mm,
I was holding it. I was just playing with it a little bit, sort of just seeing it. And my guru saw that, and he
mm,
called me
mm,
and he said, "What is? Can just have? Let me have a look." So he said, he looked at it and he looked at me and said, "Don't play with it. It isn't a normal stone. It is something different, I'll tell you. But for now, just keep it. When we go back to our hotel, when we finish our yatra,
yeah,
let's check it out." So the moment Swamiji said that, I kept it. When I went back, cutting the story sort of short, I went back after the yatra to Hotel Everest in Nepal
yeah,
on our way back to Mumbai. And that is the time when this person was called to check the stone. And he's from Nepal, some looking like a rishi, but he was
yeah,
also carrying a lot of stones and stuff.
yeah,
He checked that stone and he said, "ये तो शालिग्राम है. आपको कहाँ से मिला? This is a Shaligram. Where did you get it from?"
yeah, yeah,
So I was like, "I got it from Brahmaputra." I was told him whatever happened, and he said, "Baba, be careful. Uh, he said, ये ऐसा normal Shaligram नहीं है. ये
mm,
Janvi Shaligram है."
mm,
Janvi means the Janehu when you do the thread ceremony, the
yeah,
Janehu.
mm,
So it had that line, and he said,
mm,
"Be careful." So I said, "Okay," and I went and I kept it at home.
mm,
Believe you me, after
mm,
that, somehow there were issues in my mind. I wasn't married, nothing. I was pretty chilled out, but yet my business wasn't doing as much. Now, I'm not attributing it like that to the stone, but later on, I was told that that stone that I had at my house, the Shaligram, it needed to be revered every day. It
oh,
needed to be uska puja hona chahiye tha, which the rishi never said. He just said,
yeah,
carefully rakho types.
yeah,
Then I
yeah,
spoke to my guru, and my guru sent me to meet one of an astrologer, advanced person,
yeah,
at my native place, close to my native place. He checked that Shaligram and he said, "What are you doing with it? You're not supposed to have it in your house. It's not good for you. It's not good for you."
yeah,
So I said, "What do I do?" He said, "Your guru only will tell you. Just go to your guru." That's how. So that's the story of the Shaligram that I encountered, which
mm,
I had to give it back.
yeah,
Give it back as in give it to my guru,
mm,
because my guru understood this.
yeah,
Maybe it was for me to learn about it, which is why it was meant for some time with me.
yeah,
One thing I have to tell you, that this stone, it has, like I
mm,
heard you say, it's from Nepal. It has a lot of historical connection to
mm,
Lord Vishnu, na?
mm,
And it is found on the banks of river Gandaki
yeah,
in the Himalayas. So for me, what I know is that these are the stones which have the engravings of Lord Vishnu on them,
yeah.
and it is part of Lord Vishnu, and it is a stone used to worship Lord Vishnu. And there are
Yeah.
different types of shaligrams, different stones with different engravings. So that's
And
what I could talk
can
to
it be
you at
used
the
to
outset.
activate the Kundalini?
I don't think so. At least in my knowledge, my answer will be a pleasant no. Uh, See, let me put it this way. What I know is that it is a way to, जैसे हम like we revere and do puja of a devi in a particular way, singing the artis, doing the mantra japa, whatever, or we do Shiva. Lord Vishnu, there are different ways, but one of the ways is you worship Lord Vishnu by worshipping the Shaligrama,
Yeah,
which can infuse within you the
yeah,
powers just like a Rudraksha can. But it is
yeah,
supposed to be more powerful.
yeah.
Is there a way to awaken the Kundalini? At least in my knowledge, no.
And likewise, I think there are different colors as well, isn't it? For the Shaligram.
There are different shades. There are different shades. There are different colors. There are a lot of these. I've seen shaligrams, which I even used in temples, which are very translucent. You know, like turquoise. I've seen turquoise shaligrams.
Yeah,
I've seen shaligrams, and to all the viewers, you can see these pictures. On YouTube as well, or even
yeah,
if you Google it, because that's where
yeah.
Google can help you. Because there are people who put pictures, but I've seen in real um, a shaligram which is in the shape of a linga, small linga,
Mm.
a shaligram, and it is used to worship Lord Vishnu as well. So there are different colors. I've not seen anything which is uh, yellow or something, but I've seen shades of black, gray, translucent blue, green, red, maroon. I have in different shapes and sizes, and they're very mysterious to look at. Very mysterious to look at.
So then, this is for Vishnu, and the Rudraksha is for Shiva, very specifically.
Yes, that is how. Yes, that is how it is perceived
Mm.
or understood as that Rudra, the Rudra avatar or Rudraksha is. See, there is another thought which says that when Shiva was in ecstasy,
Mm.
Jata Kata Hisam Brahman Nilimpa Nirjhari Vilolavi Chivallari Virajamana Murthani Dhagat 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 Jwalalla Lata Patta Pavake Kishora Chandra Shekhare Rati Pratikshanam Mama, and then he would do the Tandava,
Yeah,
and in that ecstasy he would have tears. You remember, we also have tears of joy, right? Tears of
yeah,
ecstasy. So
yeah.
those, it is said that every tear drop turned into a Rudraksha.
Mm.
That is another way of understanding a Rudraksha, which goes beyond science, and it's for our
Now, yeah,
faith. So when
they
Shiva would
also say
cry,
that
sorry, yeah,
when
come.
you build a house, to have
Hmm.
the right vastu, they need a Shaligram. Is that true?
Uh, Not necessary.
Mm.
It is not compulsory that you have to have a shaligram. But I'll tell you one thing, that when you do a puja, right, a housewarming puja, you do a Satyanarayana puja, right, to basically invoke positive vibrations. At least that's what we do, na? Satyanarayana puja, and Narayana is the Lord Vishnu only,
Yeah.
So as part of the puja, they do use shaligram. They use these sacred stones as well. But
Mhm.
I don't necessarily say that generally across the board it is compulsory to use a shaligram. It depends upon what puja is done. So, but
Yeah.
I do believe that because it is in the reverence of Lord Vishnu, definitely in the puja, the shaligrama stone becomes part of it.
Yeah. Because a friend of mine was saying that, see, there was a lot of bad luck in her house because the house had a certain, it was, projected in a certain way, and everybody, the previous generations had all cancer, and the person who was suggesting that they change, the
Hmm.
kitchen and change all that. So, is that related to Vastu, or is it related to Shaligram stones? What is that?
What I know, Arun, um, we have a cute little Shih Tzu here with us. Anyway, see, I'll put it this way. Vastu Shastra is a different science altogether, right? It's a Shastra, it's a science. And like my father was a believer of that as well. And there are
Yeah.
certain aspects. I wouldn't really want to amalgamate both together. I wouldn't say that Vastu Shastra means that it incorporates a Shaligrama into it.
Mm.
The use of Shaligrama typically is to worship Lord Vishnu
Yeah.
and seek his blessings and strength. That's how I put it.
Yeah.
Whether that gets connected with creating vibrations in the house, why not?
Mm.
Maybe. But Vastu Shastra is different.
Yeah.
Vastu is the way the energies are awakened by positively sort of looking at putting things in a different direction. Like when you create or construct a washroom, it shouldn't face in the particular
Yeah.
direction, and that's a completely beautiful, mysteriously amazing science altogether,
Mm.
right? So, like I remember somebody said, "Hey, when you're doing a mantra japa, please sit facing the northeast or the
Okay.
east. Don't
Mm,
face the south. So
mm,
that's also part of Vastu, isn't it? It's a
yeah,
direction.
yeah.
But does that have anything to do with the Shaligrama? I don't think so, personally.
Mm. So now, Mayur, see, you've been through different phases, whether it's going to Mount Kailasha, whether you're talking about the Rudraksha, you're talking about the Shaligram. So, uh, looking at your mental status, can you tell us the stages in which you have developed?
Sure, sure. Well, that's a very dangerous question. Mental stages is, I say it with a bit of fun. I don't say dangerous in a bad way. What it does, I would say the confluence of being initiated first into mantra japa by my guru, uh, being blessed by the mukhi, the Rudraksha, Saptamukhi, Ekmukhi. Um, I think I can say this, Meena, to make it very concise. The combination of all this has helped me as a human being to become more focused.
Mm,
It has helped me to enhance my levels of concentration on what I do. It has helped me to open the channels of creative thinking.
yeah,
Okay, which is why the paintings and the writings are happening, and it's nothing about me. It's something that's happening because of what I've been doing for the
mm,
past from since 1997, since I got initiated into mantra japa. um, it has helped me to the power of comprehension, the power of perception. Uh, can I be a little risky enough to say the intuitive power?
yeah,
Okay. Now, I don't say I'm some clairvoyant and I
mm,
can, no, 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 no. I'm a sadhaka. But sometimes you know, and I know that you feel an intuition, right? You just
yeah,
feel and then it happens. And what I've learned from my guru is some things you just absorb it and put it at guru's feet. You don't make a big deal about it. So these are four, five um, aspects that have gotten awakened within a sadhaka like me, and it has seen its effects in my professional life. For example, when I do my workshops, I don't use PowerPoint slides. I don't use gadgets to show stuff. It's all here. So maybe the power of memory has become stronger as well. And can I be honest, keeping all this aside, a balance has been awakened, balance of mind. It's not that I always have that balance. I lose my balance as well, but not in the extent that it hurts people. So it has created a sort of a spiritual maturity
mm,
within me. Since the question is for me, and my ability to understand myself and the importance to understand myself, to improve on myself, has
mm.
I think become far better. And yeah, this is how I can respond to your question about how it has awakened. And let me say this: and more as I do this, it gets more and more solid, is
Yeah.
what I can say.
Hasn't the curiosity of opening the third eye ever occurred to you?
How would I assume that it hasn't yet?
Mm,
So what I mean by
because
that is, huh,
then you could see a lot of things others can't see.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Can you see
asking
me now?
simple in a simple way.
Yeah. See, I can say this to Nina. The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Yeah,
So what I experience, what I'm sharing, what I see, I may not be able to reveal. I may not be able to share with anybody.
yeah,
Agori, the book, when you read it, why do you think the your husband has found it very interesting? Is because some things have come which I call visualizations,
yeah,
which have come. So I don't really feel, I don't like to use this word third eye for me, honestly, Meena, because I don't think I've reached any level, but I do feel something has woken up, yeah, within me, which is what makes me, think about my past life experiences, which comes out.
yeah,
My understanding of people has become better. I'm improving further.
yeah,
That's all I can say.
yeah. Very interesting, Mayur. And see, a lot of people are interested in the intricacies of both the subjects that you spoke today about the Rudraksha as well as the Shaligram. Yeah, and see, you'll also notice, Mayur, that the people who are responding are also in different stages of spiritual, awakening.
Yeah.
because they are
Yeah.
all asking you questions that are very, very, you
Yeah.
know, intricate.
Which is what makes me, which is what, so to all the viewers, I'm speaking to you as a sadhaka, right? So
Yeah,
if I'm not honest about this, then I can't deceive anybody here.
yeah,
Like if I don't know, I don't know. And
yeah,
whatever I know, I'll speak from my heart. So
yeah.
like somebody asked about this 10 mukhi Rudraksha.
Mm,
Well,
mm,
I don't know about 10 mukhi, but you can find out about it. But I know that what I know, it is through experience. And that's why I feel very comfortable to come on your show, Meena, because I know that by the questions that come, uh, the viewers are also spiritual seekers in different stages. We are all students in a
yeah,
university
yeah,
and at different levels. So there could be somebody who's doing his PhD or her PhD. I may be somebody who's in my 10th standard. I think I am. And the beauty is we're all sailing in the same on the same boat in different cabins and guided by different, respectively beautiful gurus as well.
yes,
At some level,
absolutely.
they may be also connected.
Yeah. The funny thing is, Mayur, see, if you look at our Sanatana Dharma,
Hmm.
everything, okay? Now you're looking at trees that are giving you Rudraksh, okay? You're looking at the
Yeah, yeah,
riverbed,
yeah.
which gives you Shaligrams, okay? You're looking at a
Right.
cow, who gives you not only milk, but all her products or his products are, cures for cancer. Okay, so if you look at our religion itself, why we revere cows and we do all these things, whatever you are saying, it shows that, see how evolved
Of
Sanatana
course.
Dharma is, and how peaceful and calm
Absolutely.
the people are. For example, if you look at your face, there is an aura, okay, that shows that, see, you're, like you say, you're a seeker, but you've already reached somewhere. So you can make out from a person's face, how much, he is also mentally, evolved. So we are so thankful that we're born to a religion where, we can, sort of aspire to be more and more, enlightened.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me just say this, when you were telling me about how a tree gives a Rudraksh, which is so true, or a cow, she's an example of how much she gives us for our spiritual well-being as well. In
Yes,
fact, when you go to any temple of Shiva, there is first you have to first do pranam to Nandi, isn't
Nandi.
it? Nandi and the bail and the cow, the what do you call it? Male and the female, both are important.
Yeah,
And these are not symbolic. There is
yeah,
definitely a connection. In fact, let me say this: when you're talking about how nature and different parts of nature, the bovine, cow, or the tree, it just took me, where? It took me to the movie Avatar.
yeah,
Have you seen the movie Avatar? That's exactly what it is. That's a planet. And by the way, when my journey on Earth ends, that's
yeah,
where I want to go, and I will. I'm just
yeah,
trying to ascertain the coordinates,
yeah,
as Captain Kirk would say. Is He says in Star Trek. I do believe in that. I think
yeah,
death is a beautiful transition, but don't get encouraged too much when it happens. But that's another topic for another show, Meena.
yeah,
But I would say that you're so right that we must fall in love and appreciate Mother Nature. um, Cruelty to
yeah,
any form of existence is something that will come back to haunt us. Let me be also very clear. I'm not here to give any sermons or preachings at all. Okay, I'm very chilled out. I live my life uh, where I know that my core has to be about my japa. My core has to be spiritually, and that is there. It's from a past life. I can't control it. How did I fall in love with my guru when I just saw that passport size photograph of my guru the first time in 1997? And when I was 24 years old, I fell. I just fell. They say love at first sight. That's the only
yeah,
real love at first sight. There's no other love at first sight.
mm,
Baki sab, that's all superficial. This is,
yes,
and that's because of past life connection. Like when I see my guru, I think about it. I start getting emotional. Similar thing happens. I don't know why. When I listen to our Prime Minister
yeah,
Modi, I get emotional every
yes.
time. I've
He is an
tested it,
avatar.
uh, and it's not about politics. I mean, that's okay. That's part of life.
Exactly.
It's about the entity. He's
Yeah,
come to lead us. He's such a humble, nice person, and I don't get into arguments with people.
yeah,
People say, I said, "You fine? Are you happy? Fine, but don't get me. I don't like to argue with people who are not willing to open up and listen
yeah,
logically. But that's another topic. But I'm just getting excited when we speak about such things, about energies and people and
mm,
Mother Nature. I urge
You
all the
know,
viewers,
yeah.
please, if you can, once in a while, once in life, please go to Kailash Mansarovar. My humble request.
Yeah.
You'll
I'll tell
you'll
you
be
a
amazed.
simple, yeah, I'll tell you a simple incident of how, our gurus are such kind souls. See, usually, when you cut roses, they have a lot of thorns in them, and because of that, you have to be very careful when you cut them. But in Swamiji's ashram,
Yeah.
you know, because of the music and the, chantings of the mantras and all that, the roses that started growing became thornless. Can you imagine? You
Wow.
know, and the children could just pluck them. Okay, and also sparrows, which became extinct in India, they all come there, to eat nuts and grains and all that. Can you imagine? See, this is what you attract. See, for
Yeah.
example, I remember I did a painting long time back, about 20 years back, when I was not in a, I was in a sad state of mind, and I painted baby Krishna, and with baby Krishna are couples of every kind of animal and bird, you see. So they're in a forest, and all, why are they all attracted to Krishna? you know it's so, see, that's the goodness of our religion. Because see, when we are with
Yeah.
our
Absolutely.
gurus or swamijis, we know, we are safe, because we're learning so many things from them.
In
And
fact,
so
when
much
you
peace.
bring Lord Krishna, absolutely, Lord Krishna is an epitome of. You remember, Lord Krishna is remembered with the basuri,
Yes.
and whenever he would play the basuri, he would get all the cows and the birds and everybody come close
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point? So it's again
Yes.
a vibration. The basuri is only a metaphor for vibrations that attract positive energies.
Yeah.
When my guru would recite this, if I can, and I remember it used to just fill me up with energies, yeah, or whatever that feeling. He would say this. Can I recite it? Just a small
Yeah,
little
please,
couplet,
please. Yeah,
Sanskrit.
please. Yeah.
Mm, Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum न चेदेवं देवो न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुमपि अतस्त्वामाराध्यां हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिरपि प्रणौतुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृतपुण्यः प्रभवति. Oh, see how it just gets me goosebumps. Yeah. So whenever I feel down, I feel out, Rudraksha, all that aside, I just remember my guru. I recite some of the chants are so amazing. Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditam karmasvanushthiyatam tene shasya vidhiyatam apachati kamye matistyajyatam. It's from Sadhana Panchakam, written by Adi Shankaracharya. The last, before he took Samadhi, the final verse,
Yeah.
Sadhana Panchakam. As he leaves, he says, please practice this. And the way my guru says it, I don't need anything. Meena, my Rudraksha is my guru.
Tell me one last thing before, we close the session, Mayur. See, if you were to put a bunch of people in front of you, okay, because you're also a motivational speaker, but now that you've evolved a lot, if you put a bunch of people, facing you, and you're given time to study them, okay, can you know the characters of these people, and how clear they are, or how, how complicated their nature is, or how devious their nature is? Can you do that?
I can do that. It let me not put that egotistical way of me saying it. I can, honest to God, it can happen to me if I sincerely, without any malice in my mind, without any preconceived notions in my mind, without thinking I'm judging them or something, just through my interactions. So at one level, just to observe their disposition, their facial expressions, to see them speak, to see what they speak within seconds, it is possible to understand. Um, since you're asking me the question, if there are 5 or 6 people or whatever number of people, remember when I do trainings, there are 20 people. I just did a session for the managers of a company in Ambernath in near Mumbai, and there were 30 people. And I have to understand them. Remember, my spiritual perseverance actually is the only reason I'm able to do a decent job as a trainer. I'm one of the
yeah,
good trainers in India at the moment. But this understanding happens at levels, Meena. So initially, when you see you, your perception is not wrong. You understand. Then you see them more. Sometimes you end up empathizing with them. Sometimes you realize that they have this negative vibe. You can see it from the way they react to maybe something that is said by their own colleague. Sometimes the way they sit, their body posture gives it away. So, yes, my answer is 100%, but at different stages. And it doesn't mean that a person who's like, "Mm, yes, okay," he just needs a little affection.
yeah,
So I sometimes say to the participants who are like a little in, in Hindi, there's a word called kadus.
yeah,
You know what's a kadus
yeah,
guy?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what happened?
Stubborn. Yeah,
Why am I here in the training? I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
interested. So sometimes you tickle them with a few words. You give them you massage their ego very subtly. And you say, hey, listen, chill, yeah. We'll have some fun, we learn. When you give them respect, they change as well, Meena.
yeah, yeah,
Because at the core, we're all the baby Krishna inside.
yeah. Okay, a candid question from me. You now this is the third session with you, and when you see me on screen, what do you read? Suppose you see you don't know me at all. I mean, you're just watching me speak, and what is the kind of reaction that you have?
Yeah, this is what I can tell you because this actually happened, Meena. If you remember when you connected with me against the backdrop of the Beer Biceps podcast, the first thing is you send me some links as well. So
Yes.
let me say this, and I told you I'm going to add a little bit more. The first thing that comes through you is the first thing that I saw. I got impacted were your eyes. Okay, it's not the eyes only, right? It's the vision through your eyes. It's what you radiate. So there is, I felt, honest to God, there's a lot of super confidence, a lot of confidence, a lot of Durga. I see Durga. Om Durgaya Namaha. I see that. I see a lot of conviction coming out through your facial expressions. It's like you say what you mean and you mean what you say. All right. I believe that even like I see you now when you speak, there is this aspect about you I see is like there'll be a little bit of giggle, smile, joke connected to the subject, But then when it comes to the subject, you're again intense. I call it which I also practice with my guru's blessings, switch on and switch off. So when it comes to the topic, you just within a fraction of a second, you're there in it. You're completely there. That nothing. The focus is tremendous. And then when there's something which is a little lighter, you switch off from that, you get into something else, and that is for me. Uh, as I see you, and you're very beautiful. Now, understand when I say this, you're beautiful. Uh, when I say this, I think I said it to you like a Devi who has been doing whatever that spiritual practice that you do. So that radiance, that resplendence comes out. So when I say beautiful to you, I put it in that context. Okay. I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
not somebody who is an actress or a
Yeah.
model,
Yeah.
which is also
Exactly.
great. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
disrespect them. But here, the
Exactly.
beauty is coming out, I think, through your spiritual practices. हम कहते हैं ना तेज, or another word is that aura definitely
Yeah.
is there. Otherwise, I would not be wanting to do wanting to do more and more sessions with you because that connection is also very strong.
See, when I first saw you in this show with beer biceps, see, what I came to understand of you was that, uh, I knew that you were extremely knowledgeable, you know, but, the kind of questions that were being asked, okay, the guy who was asking you is very intelligent and a very smart chap, but I still felt
Yeah,
that there was like a teacher and a child sort of relationship there, you know whereas when we had our first session with you, you were totally different, where
mm,
we could actually see, actually we could walk, we could walk with you, right
yeah,
up to
yeah, yeah.
Himalayas and go
It
to
was a it
Mount
was a
Kailash.
conversation between two sadhakas. probably
Yes.
sailing in a very similar boat, something like that. I feel so.
Yeah, and I also believe that it's the viewers also, the quality of the viewers as well, because see constantly people are just commenting on everything that they know, they experience, so it's all adding to the collective, thing in the session. So it makes us all feel so much more, wiser.
Can I say something, Meena?
Yeah, yeah,
Very quickly. The reason why I'm today with you is because of the fact that you felt a connect, a spiritual connect with me. I feel
yeah,
from the time you saw me on the biceps.
yes,
Uh, Ranveer, and I say his name because he's an amazing person, by the way.
yeah,
He meditates for an hour. He's a student of Swami Yogananda and Kriya Yoga as well. At
yes,
28, very nice guy, very
brilliant. Yeah,
genuine. At the same time, I liked his attitude where he was asking questions like a youngster, because he didn't realize I'm 48. So
yeah,
he was like, oh, so suddenly from, okay, we do,
yeah,
oh my god. So he's like 20 years younger to me. My son is 15 now, and
yeah,
so he naturally he felt that respect, and I absorbed that, because I couldn't just tell him, don't just call me Mayur. So he used to call
yeah,
me Mayur sir and all. And I really loved his innocence, his naivety with which he would ask the questions.
yeah,
In your case, it was the connect. It was the connect. You felt this guy, or Mayur. I mean, I understand what he's saying. Maybe we should have him on the show.
yeah,
Meena, there have been a couple of people who are going through counseling for depression. They watch the podcast. They have probably not seen this one. I'm sure they'll use this as well to listen to the stotrams,
yeah,
and they actually are off the antidepressant pills. The doctor has told them, keep listening to these vibrations. Now, I am not the I here. It's just the vibrations that come
yeah,
out that have hit them, because they were never used to that. They were never exposed to those vibrations. So I think I'm hoping that apart from the viewers who are here and asking questions, even those who will probably see this for the first time, they will also be impacted by not just me, by what is coming out through the vibrations that are coming out through our conversation.
yeah. I believe your little dog is getting quite impatient.
Yeah, I have told my wife to keep everybody. All I've got five now. I got three Shih Tzus. I can't even call them dogs. Today I was holding and giving kisses to my. There's a cutie,
Yeah.
Gracie, and she's so small.
Uh,
And my wife was saying, "Oh, I never thought you would be so much in this dog." I said, "Don't call a dog. No dogs." I just feel awkward to call a dog. Yeah, serious. And I'm not even into dogs. I don't really like. I keep them at a distance. Big ones,
yeah,
I
yeah.
stay away. But these are not. These are alien beings. They have come in the form of Shih Tzus.
They're lucky to
But
be with
sometimes,
you, Mayur.
so when my wife will open the door now, all five will come out. My daughter, my son, and the three Shih Tzus. They'll all come running. But the three Shih Tzus will jump on me. That's how it is.
And what about your mom?
My mom,
Yes.
I didn't hear that. Oh,
Yeah, your
she's
mom.
inside the kitchen. She's very she's the one. Remember, I told you. She said to me that, oh my God, she saw our first session. She's like this. I told her, Meena Das, Meena, candid Meena. She's very tej and very strong. She's very impressed. And I told you, I messaged them. My mom thinks you're very beautiful, but in a very strong, energy that comes out. I think not everybody can also deal with this strong energy. One has to be at that level as well, I think.
Absolutely.
And it's true. I mean, look at the kind of conversations we're having. We're talking. See, I'm not in any case, like you said, Mayur, earlier you said, Mayur, you were able to answer all the questions. Remember, you said that to me. I don't even know. Like, when I
Yeah,
don't know, I don't know. It's simple.
yeah, exactly.
But what I know, I will share. And the best part is these sessions are all based on experiences, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So if I don't know something, I'll be absolutely cool. I have no ego.
yeah,
I'm not some expert. I'm not even a liar. Like, I can always have and say, okay, I know this. No, I'm not interested here. I'm 48. I'm my guru student. Why would I
yeah.
want to impress anybody? I'm already married. But I am enjoying some of them. Karthik is, I think, who's been watching
Oh,
this, and
yes.
I keep
Yes.
seeing his messages.
Oh, yes.
Shilpa is there. Shilpa
Yeah.
also has been very common, and I respect all of them, whoever other names that you mentioned. What I like is they've invested their time into this, which in a way is a if I can just say that it's a certification to the way we are engaging as well. That they feel that they can still sit and not get bored here.
Yeah.
So that way.
The
So
best
yeah, and
interview,
sometimes when it goes for
Mayur,
a long time,
yeah,
then
yeah.
sorry, say it again. Say it
The
again.
best interview, Mayur, is when, I'm not prepared, and I just
Hmm.
start asking you a question, and from there on, it just flows,
Yeah,
you know, and then you
yeah,
wonder when the time went.
exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, please, you're
Meena,
bold.
today I was speaking to this. Yeah, but before that, Meena, I was speaking to this good friend of mine. Again, all these are connected with me now with the through the beer biceps and the book that they
Yeah.
read. So she's a communications head, okay, and
Okay.
very lovely
Okay.
person, very vibrant. So she's like, okay, I said, please join in. So she said, okay, by the way, but have you received the questions from this person? I said, no, I don't want, and in fact, it's good. I don't want any questions. Let it be, free flowing. And she's
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
okay, all right, okay. And it's interesting because it just goes. It also shows that we are aware of what we're talking, isn't it? What we're not aware of, we
Yeah.
will say, okay, no worries.
Absolutely.
So let me
This
let
is what
me
I've noticed.
let me just
Yeah.
yeah. So this is what it is, right? So for all the viewers, this is to create more vibrations. मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितः परब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानम् वर्षिष्ठान्ते वसदृषिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दमूर्तिम् स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बाधरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Thank you. So you're asking me
Thank
about
you,
my
Mayur,
mom.
so
She's just
much.
passing by in front of me,
Yeah.
and she's busy trying to prepare something for us tonight.
Okay.
So that's the most amazing guru is first the mother and the father.
First.
If I weren't born to them, I wouldn't have been able to come into this world without them, which is why I got my guru. So
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Yeah.
So lovely,
My,
lovely time,
wonderful.
Meena. I hope this is something which
Yeah.
I'm very
Friends, I'd
excited
like
about.
to, yeah,
Uh,
I think a lot of our viewers have already bought it. And I'm sure if you read this, you'll find out the kind of, intense experience that Mayur has undergone and which can also change all of us. So I would encourage you to, buy the book from Amazon. It's available and get to know more about Mayur and his experiences.
yes, from not just from this life. People are actually like, tell me, मुझे क्या अभी एक somebody sent on Instagram, गुरु का शपथ है मुझे बताइए आप ही हो ना आयु शुभ. I'm like, some things I can't share, right?
Yes.
So, are you there, Meena? Yeah, you can hear
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I say that. So they say, ask me, are these real experiences? I say yes, but not from this life.
yeah,
I cannot explain anything further because it is coming out. I'm also working on two more projects. One is Antariksh, which is
yeah.
the search for a daughter by his father. The name of the father is Mayur, and the daughter's name is Malvika, who's my daughter. And I've just started creating a structure of my Aghori part two as well. So
Okay,
that's the
great.
one.
Yeah, we'll
But
wait
I
for
do
that.
request
Yeah.
it's on Amazon, also on Flipkart, I guess, but it is on Amazon. So do go for this. It's a small book, so sometimes people look at it like, "Bapre, I'm not into reading," but this will happen within 2 3 hours,
Yes.
unless you want to read every page and live that
Yeah,
experience. Yeah,
exactly.
but this is
Exactly.
what it is,
So
right?
thank you, Mayur, so much. And good night from the
Yes.
viewers as well as me.
All right. Thank
Good
you
night.
so much, and sorry for the little bit of a glitch, but I
Yeah,
will
doesn't matter.
do more.
We could hear your voice quite
I
clearly.
Great, great. So thanks, Meena. Now I'm getting a little more positively connected to your show. So I'm thinking
Yes,
of, hoping that you'll invite me further for some other interesting topics
of
as
course.
well.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
on our agenda,
it'll be.
regular agenda.
And I'm so happy that the viewers are also those who keep coming in. So to all the viewers, Har Har Mahadev, Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. All this is happening, with the blessings of my Guru and the
Yeah.
love and affection that I get from all of you, like Amina and Ned and the family. So take care. Indraneel, nice to see you as well. Love you all. And Meena, keep the good work going here. And as I see your Shiva in the background, Har Har Mahadev to you as
Thank you.
well. Thank you very much.
And good night.
All right, good night. I'll take leave. Yeah, bye.
Good night.